Caught in a lie. I met him at a mutual friend's party, the kind where everyone's a stranger but the drinks make you feel like you've known each other for years. We clicked instantly, the kind of chemistry that makes your skin buzz and your heart race. He told me he'd just gotten out of a messy breakup, and I believed him because he looked like a man with fresh wounds. We fell into each other fast, sleepovers, whispered promises. I've never felt this way before on repeat. Everything about him was intense, the way he'd disappear for hours without explanation, the way he'd flinch when his phone lit up late at night, the way he'd dodge any talk about his past. One night, I showed up at his apartment unannounced, carrying takeout and wearing nothing but his t-shirt. He opened the door, eyes wide, and behind him stood his so-called ex, except he wasn't an ex. He was standing there in a robe, holding a mug, looking just as surprised as I was. The truth hit me like a punch. They were married. Not separated, not figuring things out, but actually married, rings still on their fingers, joint bills on the kitchen counter. The husband stared at me, then at him, and the silence was so thick it felt like drowning. Voices rose, accusations flew, and suddenly I was the villain in a love story I hadn't even known I was part of. He tried to explain, but the words were all lies and half-truths, and I realized I'd been nothing more than a secret, a thrill, a distraction from a life he wasn't brave enough to leave. I walked out that night, but the betrayal stuck to my skin. Every time I looked in the mirror, I wondered if I'd ignored the signs on purpose, if deep down, I'd wanted to believe the fantasy more than I cared about the truth. The worst part wasn't losing him, it was realizing how easily I'd let myself be fooled, how much I'd been willing to risk for someone who was never really mine. Now, every time someone tells me they're just getting over an ex, I wonder what secrets are hiding in the shadows, and if I'll ever let myself fall that hard again.